Visit Pokemon Card Market and buy Pokemon cards from base set up to latest evolution set with best prices, secured system and easy handling. Only for European players. Okay guys, let's do this. So, starting first, playing with the Mega Charizard is definitely nice deck. With that Crimson Dial, I guess you can strike for 300 damage, which is a lot of damage. But there's a catch. You're going to hit yourself for like a 50. That's the bad side. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Look at my hand. Look at my opening hand. I'm thinking about playing that end. That's pretty much it. I don't want to discard my Shames. I don't want to play Shames for one. I don't want to discard him with the Sycamore, so I did a good job, I guess. Pretty good job, I guess. So, one Ultra Ball for one Arranger and one Fire Energy card. There's Mr. Hoopa EX, which is pretty good sign. One double Chorus Energy, one Mr. Hoopa for... No, not for the 5, it's not shaming for the setup. It's Conjuring for 3. Right now I will take one more Charizard and I'm going to put 2 more Shames on the bench. I need as many Max Elixirs I can get, so if I can get 2 Max Elixirs and attach at least 1 energy, I'm gonna be happy. I'm not happy with this hand. Okay, there's at least 1 Max Elixir to be played. Hope I can get energy card. Okay, there we go, there's a energy. And another Mr. Shaman for only 2 cards will give me Trainer's Mail for another Max Elixir. Okay, this sounds good. So far, not that bad, I guess. Max Elixir for another Fire Energy card. I mean, next turn I can even Sky Return, which is very good, I guess. But even if I top deck Mega Charizard, I can just Mega Evolve losing 1 turn. Not a big deal. So there's a Volcanion, 2 Volcanions, Trainer's Mail, okay. A very good start for him. He already had 2 Volcanions in play. There's 1 Professor Sycamore. I guess the best thing for me is going to be just to knock out my opponent with that Compassion Blast next turn for 150. I don't need to rush anywhere. I just need to strike for 150 and knock out his Volcanion. Of course, if he gets a Fighting Fury Belt, that's not going to be possible. So I hope that he will miss that Fighting Fury Belt. So far, he had 2 Steam Ups, that's 120. That's 60 damage plus 20, that's 80. He can add maximum 120 with 4 Steam Ups. So 2 more Flareons on the bench and 1 Volcanion, a baby. That means that he can probably get some more energies with those Max Elixirs. Okay, no sign of the energy. Of course, 4 energies already discarded. And Power Heater 480. I'm happy. I'm happy, definitely. That Charizard will stay for now in the active spot. Next turn, his Volcanion will be knocked out, but turn after that, he can just easily hit with that Blaze Ball. So that's definitely not going to be very good. 1 DC on my Charizard. And I'm looking forward to use my Combustion Blast and knock out his Volcanion. I actually did a risk here, not finding my Mega Charizard, because he can easily knock me out with his Flareon EX on the next turn, but he actually didn't put the Flareon in the active spot. He decided to put another Volcanion, so I will definitely need my Mega Charizard. I didn't want to discard both double Chorus energies that easily, so there's a Flowstone and N. Okay, so he actually helped me a little bit here, I must say that. That N actually helped a little bit, so there are 2 Spiritlings, a very important Lysander card, and the Super Road. So I guess I can try to buy a turn Lysandering my opponent. Let's say Volcanion on the bench. So 80 damage will be done to my Charizard. So unfortunately I can't use my Combustion Blast. So another Power Heater for 80. I really miss that Mega Charizard. Let's go Mega Charizard as a top deck. Okay, Professor Sycamore is a top deck. still have good opportunity to get Mega Charizard as a top deck. Scorching Earth. Well, there's an Ultra Ball. That means I can evolve into my Mega Charizard, but the question is, do I really want to do that? I'm going to discard my Lysander and my N, just because I'm going to grab that Mega Charizard, and I'm going to attach on the active position because I can have Retreat for 1. Do I want to play Super Road? In case of those Max Elixirs, I really want. In case of Mega Turbos, I don't want. So Sycamore for 7. Okay, this is interesting. There is one Mega Turbo. Not a Mega Turbo, but a Max Elixir. I missed the opportunity to hit energy. Hex Maniac. Hex Maniac sounds like a good idea for the next turn. I have two options. One is to knock out his Volcanion. A second one is to retreat and Sky Return. I'm thinking about knocking out his Volcanion and pretty much trying to set up on my next turn another Mega Charizard. Not sure if that's going to be possible. Without Fire Energy, maybe it not gonna be, but I still have those Mega Turbos to play, so I already played that Scorching Earth. So that Crimson Dive for 300 damage is a real deal here. I'm taking a lot of damage counters, but I'm taking also one prize. I guess I could just retreat and hit for 60, but I didn't do that. So right now he can knock me out with his Entei. Of course he needs first energy card to do that. For the next turn I guess I have even option to grab something like V-Seeker for the Lysander. There's Professor's Letter for only one Fire Energy card. Okay. The last card in his hand is N. Okay, who knows. I guess I could just retreat and strike for 60 instead of knocking him out. But at least I managed to get that Shrine Memories. So there's Shrine Memories, there's a double Color's Energy card, and there is 120 damage to my Charizard, which means that I'm knocked it out. It's time for my Charizard with a Float Stone. I'm looking for that Lysander very badly. So one Scorching Earth for 2 extra cards. One Max Elixir, and there is one energy card, which is good. And there is one more energy card, which is even better. And he has 3 energies, that's 120. Well, he can easily knock me out. I really don't want him to do that. So what to do next? Let's take a risk here with a Lysander for like a turn. Maybe my opponent will not be able to retreat that Volcanion, and maybe next turn I can somehow knock him out. I mean, I can even right now take the risk hitting with my Compassion Blast for 150, and next turn I can even find Mega Charizard, retreat and Sky Return and knock out his Volcanion and promote something like a Hoopa in the active position. So I take a huge risk. Maybe it's gonna be good, maybe it's gonna be bad. So there's energy retrieval for 1 Fire Energy. I see 1 Float Stone already discarded, so if he missed that second Float Stone, he's not going to be able to retreat. If he get retreat from active spot, he's definitely in good position because 2 Steam Ups, it's going to be 60 more damage, and Blaze Ball for like 130 will be enough for the knockout. So V-Seeker for Professor Sycamore. Of course, he needs 3 cards to do that. There's a Fighting Fury Belt on that Flareon EX. Oh, he had that Lysander in his hand, but he was forced to discard it. There's a Trainer's Mail, which is a good sign. There's still no sign of the Flowstone. Okay, just the one Max Elixir. Okay, another. Okay, that's the Max Elixir again. After that, the Trainer's Mail, but no sign of the energy card. He had tons of energies. Oh, one Scorched Earth for 2 more cards, 2 mystery cards in his hand. I still don't see a sign of the. Oh, another Fighting Fury Belt. Oh, another Max Elixir. I guess if he was not able to retreat, the best thing would be to attach that. I guess. Floatstone. I guess that Fighting Fury Belt on his Volcanion, because I can easily Scar Return and knock him out. But probably... Okay, there's a Flash Fire. Probably I'm just looking forward for that Mega Charizard for the next turn. And there is a Mega Charizard. But still I need one more card. Okay. I guess the best thing is right now to retreat on my Shaymin EX with that 1 energy card, and it's time to play my Professor Sycamore for 7. There's 1 Mega Turbo, which is very nice. So 1 Mega Turbo, 1 energy, and I guess I can even play my Special Charge. But the game is pretty much over, I guess. I did pretty well here. I did a good call, Lysandering and hitting his Volcanion. Right now I can knock out his Volcanion EX with just Sky Return. I can take 2 more prize cards, and those 2 prize cards are going to be Olympia and 1 Fire Energy. I have 2 V-Seekers in my hand, which means that I can easily get access on my Lysander. My opponent definitely needs to end me down to 2 cards and hope that I'm going to be able to get pretty much energy card. If he wants to knock out my Charizard, he definitely needs to put in fire his Flareon EX, because if he decides to go with his Entei, he can even knock me out with the Entei, I guess, yes, with 1 Steam Up. So I totally forget about Steam Up. So let's see if he can get that Steam Up in action. Hope he can't. Yes, he can. Well, there's a 1 Steam Up. So Steam Up will be for 30 extra damage, and Combat Blaze will be for 110. That means that he knocks out my Charizard EX, but right now a real anger, a real rage will go from my Mega Charizard. So 1 more Fire Energy to be attached. And there we go, guys. A V-Seeker for a Lysander, and that means only one thing. I can Lysander his Flareon on the bench. He can have even 300 HP. It's not going to be enough, because Crimson Dive will finish the game, striking for 300 damage, knocking out my opponent Flareon EX, dealing 50 damage to myself, which is not a big deal, I guess. The game is over, and yes, it's pretty much GG. So as you can see, Mega Charizard EX, very powerful attacker. So those 300 damage are not that easy to beat.